Welcome to the Mouse Pals podcast. I'm Andrew, and I'm here with my pal, Jeff.
Hi, everybody.
And we have a special friend of the pod on, a special guest, Jeff's wife, Annie.
Hi, everybody.
We're happy to have you here. This is a 30-minute show about all talk about Disney parks and properties. We will bring you the news and dive deep into the most interesting Disney topics. And just as a reminder for all of our new listeners, please remember to rate us on wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to that podcast as well.
Please.
So now it's time for the news.
All right. Well, let's talk about some Orlando area park news. Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, well, I guess Busch Gardens would be in Tampa, furloughed employees, but these employees learned of their layoffs not from inside, not internally, but by the media, which is very disheartening, I guess, to a lot of them.
Yeah, that's sad news. That's got to be an awful way to learn about it.
You know, turn on the news and find out that you're fired.
Yeah.
Sorry, furloughed, but still, you don't have a job. That's pretty rough.
Unbelievably rude.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to go to your employees first and tell them. That's a little backlash there.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
Moving off to Universal. Universal may be bringing back some of their Halloween Horror Nights.
That's good news.
Yeah, since mid-July, they had actually canceled Halloween Horror Nights, but cases had fallen since then. And a tweet from Halloween Horror Nights' Twitter account had a vague tweet about eternal darkness.
Yeah.
And knowing their Twitter account, they kind of give out like a scary vibe, mystical thing going on. But it seems like they might have some sort of Halloween Horror Nights event going on.
Yeah, I guess so, and that makes sense since, they announced this in mid-July when cases here in Florida were crazy high and happening happening a lot, but the cases have dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
So,
and stabilized.
yeah, I can see why they're reconsidering.
Yeah, and I can't blame it. And this might be an answer to Busch Gardens' own version of the Halloween scare zones, which they're bringing in because who else is going to do it?
I'm sure there's a market for it. I'm sure people want to go out
That's right.
and go there.
Well, I know we have a couple listeners from the UK, and I'm not sure if they already know about it, but Warner Brothers Studios outside London, maybe about an hour train ride out there, is selling butterbeer. And they actually listed their ingredients. And I got to mention this because I'm kind of surprised by some of the ingredients.
Oh, really? What parts? What's included in there?
Well, some of the basic stuff like carbonated water, sugar, glucose syrup, but pear juice concentrate, natural flavors, whatever that is. I wouldn't assume that's butterscotch because there's actually no butterscotch in here. It has fermented ginger root, which is ginger root, pear concentrate, and some apple, carrot, and hibiscus. They also have something which I am unfamiliar with, and maybe someone could write a response to us or will comment to us, and I might be pronouncing this wrong, qualia extract.
I think you did a good job.
Thanks, appreciate it. It's vanilla extract, but not actually from the vanilla. I think it's a fake vanilla, obviously. But there's no mention of butterscotch. It's kind of crazy.
Huh.
I expected some butterscotch, some carbonated water, some sugar, and that's about it. But lo and behold.
And this is the butter beer from the Orlando Universal thing, do you think?
Just about, I think. I think they pretty much use the same exact formula. I could be wrong.
Is it on tap or in the bottle?
No, they sell it in a bottle. They sell
Okay.
it online. You can pick it up online, only if you're in the UK, though, for £5.95. And that roughly equates to $7.64 American dollars.
A bottle?
Yeah. And you have to buy a minimum of 3 online.
Interesting. It must be different from the U.S. version because it has natural flavors with a U instead of the American natural flavors with the O.
I think you're onto something, Andrew.
I'm just saying. That could be. Might be a little different.
Flavors. I don't want to offend our one UK listener, so I will not go on to my English accent.
That's good. Yeah, we don't want to drive them away.
Yeah.
Hello, governor.
All right, we won't put that in there.
We'll edit that part out.
Why did I join this podcast?
Because you're a special mouse pal.
We will also edit that out.
I thought I was a friend of the pod.
Sorry, guys. I haven't drank for like 2 months. 3 more than that. 3.5 months. And I had my first bourbon today that I'm sipping on to right now. So I apologize in advance to you and to all of our listeners.
I am drinking as we speak.
So am I.
What do you guys have?
I got Heaven's Door.
That sounds good.
Heaven's Door bourbon.
I'm drinking wine.
Oh, a little wine, red or white?
White. I had an
White.
Aperol Spritz with dinner.
That's good.
Well, since it's a fall episode, I thought it'd be good to have an orange drink.
We know that Disney canceled their Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and Candlelight Processional. They also canceled the gingerbread houses at the resorts too.
No, that's sad. That's a lot of sad Christmas. Some of the best parts of Christmas there, and some of the best parts and the reasons to go to Disney during the holidays are being canceled.
Yeah, no, it's almost like canceling Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of sad.
It is very sad. I think it cancels a lot of things for I think a lot of people will be very sad.
Yeah. Well, moving off to the Four Seasons Hotel. The Four Seasons is offering a schoolcation packages for kids that stay at the hotel with their parents, I assume, for $100 a day.
Oof.
And according to the website, and I'm reading this verbatim, it says the Orlando Resort is offering supervised schoolwork sessions. Basically, kids can log on to their school computers via Wi-Fi through the hotel there and get help with their homework while parents enjoy a vacation while in the Four Seasons. The service costs basically an extra $50 per child for a half day, $100 for a full day. And I think the full day includes a lunch and a recess time, whatever that means.
And so can you just drop your kid in there and just for like a day or two, or do you have to sign up for a longer amount of time?
I think you just sign up one day at a time. So in addition to childcare, the club staff at the Four Seasons, they basically help them go into a program that's called enrichment activities, like arts and crafts and projects, and even physical education for those kids, like swimming and beach volleyball.
So it's like a kids club, or are they actually helping them with their online learning?
I think it's a combination of both. So you can pretty much have fun and away from your kids, I guess.
Can you drop off husbands too?
I would be fine with that. I will look into that. As long as you're willing to pay $700 a night, I am all for it. That's how much the hotel is costing about these nights.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
hard
I mean, that's a hard pass.
Well, moving on to the parks, we're actually getting ready for fall. September 15th, Disney will be decorating all their parks in fall decorations. We know that Disney canceled the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but they're going to try to make up for it by having a villains cavalcade, which is basically a parade in cars or on horses. You might see the headless horseman on a black stallion parading around the Magic Kingdom along with some villains and I guess in some cars.
Yeah, I mean, I think it seems kind of interesting. They have based on some of the people as part of the cavalcade, it's Gaston, Maleficent, Jafar, the Queen of Hearts. I mean, it seems like a cool little side thing that's Halloween-esque.
Yeah, all my favorite villains. Going to the park hours, the shortened park hours are remaining in effect at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios until November 28th. On the other hand,
so it's a long time, yeah.
Yeah, it is. On the other hand, Magic Kingdom extended their park hours starting November 6th, probably to coincide with the Christmas decorations at the time.
Okay, do you know how long they're adding on to it?
I assume probably about an hour.
They're going back to what it was.
Yeah, Epcot is actually shifting its hours November 27th, and the new park hours will be from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Currently, park hours are 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I think they're probably trying to get as much people in Magic Kingdom, it seems like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Some good news about Magic Kingdom. One of Andy and I's favorite places is Casey's Corner. It's a hot dog place right at the end of Main Street. And they have placed down social distancing markers. So it seems like they might be opening up any moment.
Well, that's good. That's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, talking about the recent release of Mulan, obviously we talked about some controversy. So, the lead actress of the Mulan movie supported the oppressive Chinese government by supporting the police there, the Hong Kong police, and I think the government itself. But apparently, people that actually watched the movie for $29.95 or $29.99 on Disney Plus saw at the very end of the credits, or I guess 9 minutes into the credits, that the Mulan filmmakers had thanked 8 government entities, including, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Xinjiang, the region in China where the Uyghur Muslims have been detained in mass internment camps. Wow, it's unsettling. This goes to a troubling trend of bowing down to that communist regime there. It's a troubling trend that we see because the Chinese market is going to surpass that of the United States and Canada's combined in the theater market, and we're just going to see a lot of more movies, basically, lack of a better word, bowing down to the Chinese government regime.
It's sad, and you're going to keep getting, like you said, more and more of it. Being censored to what they say, and then you read that the Chinese government banned any kind of promotion of Mulan too, so it didn't help Disney any at all.
No, right back at you. Well, Andrew, I hear you have some news for us. Enough of me talking.
I do. I have some pass holder news, Jeff. So pass holders are going to get 30% off on merchandise from September 15th to October 29th, and 20% for Florida residents.
Oh, nice.
But this is just during the week. This is not eligible or good on weekends. And I think that includes Fridays that it's not good on. So it'd be that Monday to Thursday time frame. So it's a big discount, but only if you're there at the right time.
Well, looking at the park availability for pass holders, it's definitely going to be hard to go there on the weekend. So you might be able to go there Monday through Thursday if you have annual pass holder. But as far as Florida residents, they could go there like an afternoon trip if you're within driving distance.
Yeah, and it's not bad. I guess it's getting people in, more incentive to come over, but they're still trying to keep those annual pass holders away. I guess they open it up when they need to have some people coming in.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of interesting news, a little bit for our day jobs, but here's some news about the Morocco Pavilion in Epcot. Disney World's made a legal filing against Morocco. It's called the UCC financing statement, filing that with the state of Florida, and it's just claiming collateral against essentially all of the property and the furnishings and the facilities that are in the Morocco Pavilion. It's not necessarily that the Disney World is going to be taking it. It's just claiming that those are being used as collateral. And what it shows is Restaurant Marrakesh LLC, which runs all of the restaurants and stores in the Morocco Pavilion, isn't doing well. Mm-hmm. And it's important to note that the Morocco Pavilion, I guess, is not run, that LLC is not owned by Disney. It's one of the few pavilions that are not owned and operated by Disney.
Oh boy, yeah. No, I think Italy has their own. I think each country actually runs their own, has a company based to run their own country in the respective parts of Epcot. But this looks a little troubling here for Morocco.
Yeah, especially since, Restaurant Marrakesh, they requested a PPP loan as part of the COVID-19 or the CARES Act. They got a $1 to $2 million, somewhere in between that, for their loan. They had 260 jobs there that were retained through the funds. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. I have to think that things will get better for them as time goes on, as more people start coming in. But this, the Morocco Pavilion is not really one of my favorite pavilions.
No, same here.
Yeah, we don't go there too often.
No, it's not on top of our list. We've been to both restaurants. It's good, but like I said, it's not a top priority in restaurants. I don't think we ever mentioned that restaurant on our top 5 list at all.
No, we don't. I like to get a beer there. I like to get in line. They have a good view for their bar.
Oh, it's great.
Looking over the water, but other than that, it's not too many highlights.
Yeah, maybe if they have like a ride there or something like that.
Yeah,
that would help. But I think it needs to be replaced, honestly.
Yeah. Annie, what do you think about the Morocco Pavilion there?
It's not my favorite. I think I agree with you that I think the view is beautiful from the Spice Road Table, I think is the restaurant that's called.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm honest, it's usually I'm beelining to France to get champagne.
I agree. It's just kind of one place in the middle that you may or may not want to get a beer at. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I will say the times that we have eaten at Spice Road Table, the food has been very good.
Yeah, I like
It's a good point.
Mediterranean food, and they serve good food. It's just not my style.
Yeah. I did actually have a good rack of lamb there. I think it was I forgot what that restaurant is at the back of the pavilion, but it's good.
Isn't that the restaurant Marrakesh?
That might be.
I think so.
The restaurant Marrakesh. That makes sense. Florida has reopened bars to 50% capacity, and that shouldn't be as big of a deal for Disney, but it may be good signs for some of the few strictly bars on property. Most bars serve food as well, which is a loophole and has allowed those institutions to keep open. But some of those bars like Trader Sam's or Jelly Rolls allowed to reopen. So that's good news for them.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Ale and Compass, I think a couple episodes back, and hopefully that place opens up. It's one of my favorite places.
Hopefully people will enjoy it responsibly and socially distanced.
We'll see.
Also, all 4 Disney World parks were sold out on September 19th, which was the first weekend of the fall direct decorations, which is continuing that trend we saw on Labor Day.
Yeah.
So more and more people are getting comfortable, for better or worse, going out there.
Yeah, parks are becoming packed now.
Also, Hollywood Scoops at Hollywood Studios has reopened.
Good. Well, I got some news, some fun news during this fall time and upcoming Halloween season. Funko, who makes all those little, not dolls, but action figures, I guess.
Very cool stuff.
Well, Funko made a Haunted Mansion game, and they sell it on Amazon.
Oh,
I
interesting.
think it takes about up to 4 people and takes about 30 minutes. Seems like a cool, fun game. I think the game runs about $30.
I'll have to look into that.
Going over to Disney Cruise Lines, and it doesn't look like they're going to have any cruises for the rest of the year. They had removed their December sailings, and it doesn't seem like they'll be sailing off anytime soon.
Well, that's not surprising.
Troubling time for the cruise industry. Well, I got some more news about merchandise here. Hot Topic, one of your favorite stores, Andrew, is selling
Love it.
Baby Yoda and pumpkin lawn decorations for $20.
Oh.
And the quote from the website says, "No need to use the Force to decorate your lawn this Halloween. The set of lawn decorations from The Mandalorian features the child, also known as Baby Yoda, with a pumpkin carved with iconic helmet and 2 other pumpkins, which is really a Mudhorn, which I believe is one of the creatures in the earlier episode that the Mandalorian fights, and a Sorgon frog, which is one of the alien frogs from the show. It's about 70 inches high for the child, and pumpkins are about 8 to 11 inches high.
Well, I think I might have to get one and then put it out on the lawn and see how long it takes for Sophie to notice.
Yeah, and send pictures, and we'll post it on
That's right.
the social medias.
Sophie, if you're listening, I do not condone that purchase.
Oh, you love it. Everybody loves Baby Yoda.
Well, I love it that you're purchasing it and not Jeff.
That's right. Buy 2, please. Send one down.
I'll send one to you.
Yes,
don't worry.
thanks.
Done.
Hang it from the tree.
Thanks, Andrew.
No problem. Well, I think that's it for the news. And we're on to the deep dive.
All right. In this deep dive, we're going to talk about our top 5 things we're looking forward to in the fall.
And there's so many good things, but it's hard to pick just the top 5.
Yeah, it is hard because really number 5, we're talking about events here. And although that number 5, we're excited for events, Not So Scary has been canceled, but we have the Villains Parade. So I'm excited. We're getting some cool events, and all events come with cool decorations.
Yeah, and I think the events, the fall events are just so good at Disney. Not only do you have the parades and Not So Scary, usually in a generally usual year, but you also have cool things like my favorite, Food and Wine, which starts in the fall, and that's a fall tradition to go to. But there's just so many things that bring you over and attract you to Disney World during the fall.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to Not So Scary and a renewed, bigger version of Epcot's Food and Wine next year.
Can't wait.
And number 4 would be the decorations we're looking forward to. It happens tomorrow. I know Annie and I and a lot of people look forward to the decorations at Disney World, and most especially the Magic Kingdom.
That's right. I think it's up there as decorations wise for Disney World. I think it's probably my favorite time period in directions with this, with the close behind Christmas.
Yes, same here.
Holidays.
Fall decorations are my favorite too. It just is it's so festive, and I look forward to going to the parks every year during the fall, especially Magic Kingdom. I love to decorate our house, and so this past weekend I was focusing on making sure I'm ready for September 15th fall decorations, just like Disney. So our house is decorated and ready to, welcome the fall season. Hopefully we'll be welcoming the fall weather sometime soon. But I love everything about the decorations. And this time of year is just my favorite because we transition from fall into Christmas, and it's literally everything's decorated till the end of the year, which is just fantastic. And we all need something happy this year the decorations definitely do it for me.
Yeah, just seeing those light up Mickeys on top of the street lamps, and those nice orange hues of the fall leaves. It's very warming, especially like you said, Andy, at this time of the year where we need something to look forward to.
That's right. And especially in Florida, not only is it just kind of just happy walking in there and looking at it, but also you have the leaves that are changing colors, and you don't get that much in Florida. So you kind of have that feeling that it's fall, and just amplifies it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Absolutely.
So what's our number 3?
Our number 3 is the merchandise, especially now that some of those annual pass holder discounts are coming in.
Monday through Thursday.
That's right. Do you guys have any? Do you guys like the fall Disney merchandise?
Oh, absolutely.
Love it. Every year when we go to Disney during the fall, or whether it be during Not So Scary, we're always picking up some piece of merchandise, whether it be for myself or for my mom. I think our favorite purchase we probably ever made, and Jeff, correct me if you disagree, but was our Mickey Jack-o'-lantern. That's always in our guest bedroom for whenever we have visitors, and it just really is so happy. It was pretty reasonably priced, reasonably in quotes, but it's great quality. We've had it I think 4 years now, and every time I pull it out of our fall decorations box for Halloween, it just makes me so happy. I think they have a new version this year of it, which I don't love as much. But if anybody's looking to add something to their fall decorations or Halloween decorations, I would definitely take a look at what Disney is offering, not only in the parks, but also online, which is great. Typically, you have to go to the parks to get a lot of this exclusive stuff. But I think given COVID-19, they're offering almost all of the decorations or merchandise online, which is really great.
Oh, that's cool.
And different. And at least I believe your discount works online too. At least the 20%, which is great.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So I really recommend just taking a look at it. When Jeff and I took a look at the list this year, merchandise decorations there's a ornament that is the hitchhiking ghost.
So cool.
In a doom buggy.
Love them.
That glows in the dark, which I really love. And then
that's another one I'm gonna have to get in order.
I love that one. And then my other one that I'm gonna try to convince Jeff to let me get, but it's rather expensive, is the witch's hand from Snow White.
Oh.
That's holding a poison apple that I think is a little spooky.
That's a little spooky.
but I love it.
It's pretty cool looking at it. Looking at a picture of it, it is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
if I stumble that in the middle of the night, I'm going to be freaked out.
I don't know if it glows in the dark, that would be amazing, but I don't think it does.
Oh, that's pretty good. Now I want one. Jeff, why wouldn't you let Annie get one?
Post a picture on the Facebook and let people
We will.
decide if that should be in someone's house.
That's right.
The answer will be
Let them
yes.
judge. I'll vote yes.
Thank you, Andrew. But those are my favorite. Do you guys have any favorite merchandise that you've taken a look at or want to pick up?
I know that we have, this is something we already have, is the candy bowl, and it has a picture of the witch, I believe, from Snow White, and she's over her boiling cauldron with green goo inside. She's holding an apple, and it says, "Just one bite." I think that's a great candy bowl to hand out the candy for all the kids. That might be showing up this year.
Well, all those sound very nice. I want one of those jack-o'-lanterns, and obviously one of the child or the baby Yoda things.
Yeah, you want a child.
Yeah, I had to fix that.
Like, oh my gosh.
You're like, oh boy, it's the last of this podcast.
Where can I purchase one of those children?
How many bourbons have you had?
I mean, really, just one is all that did it for me. I haven't drank in literally like three and a half months.
Well, moving on to number 2, I think some of us hinted out that in fall comes the cooler weather.
I will say that the cooler weather is literally some of the most perfect times that you can go to Disney, and it will just be amazing Florida fall weather.
Yeah.
And it is, I mean, gosh, it's got to be low 70s, mid 70s, and that's just the best time to go out there and go either drink around the world or go enjoy in the Magic Kingdom, enjoy some rides. There's just no better time to be there.
Yeah, the best way to visit the parks is during the cooler time, during the fall, when it has cooler weather out, and not only cooler weather, but lower humidity.
That's right.
Especially when you're outside in Epcot, going to all those food booths. You want a nice, cool day out, a little light breeze, and no better time to do that during the fall.
And then it gets a little chilly at
Yep.
night. I mean, chilly, quote unquote, like the 60s, the high 60s.
Yeah,
But
that's sweater
it's nice
weather
and
in
enjoyable.
Florida.
For me, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, lifelong Floridian. You got to bundle up.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, let's talk about our number 1.
That sounds good. Annie, do you wanna go into the number 1?
Sure. So our number 1 is snacks. Jeff and Andrew, you both when it comes to snacking around the world or snacking around the park. So we took a list of all of the fall kind of treats that are being offered around the parks, and there are a number of them that sound really, really great. I would have to say, since I'm on this podcast with my husband, this particular snack made me chuckle, which is the Constance For Better or Worse wedding cake that is available at Liberty Square Market in the Magic Kingdom. And Constance is the woman when you're in the attic in Haunted Mansion where she has the multiple husbands and she's holding the knife.
This is the last of me.
So this wedding cake is like an homage to her. And I just think that this theming is classic Disney. It's very on point. And I just think it's very, very clever. And I'd be remiss to not bring it to our listeners about that For Better or Worse wedding cake. Now, I haven't tasted it, but the description of the cake sounds delicious. It's a citrus cake with raspberry Bavarian cream, whipped cream flowers, and a chocolate axe.
Ooh, that does sound
that
good.
Sounds delicious, for better or worse. That's for sure.
Let's hope it's not worse.
Of course not, love.
Jeff, sounds like you better watch out.
That's right. Well, I'm going to talk about the pumpkin chocolate liqueur from the Mozart company or beverage company that we usually find in Germany, in the Germany Pavilion in Epcot. It is a delicious chocolate liqueur with a hint of, I guess, pumpkin spice in there. And it comes out once a year at Epcot, I think once a year, period. And Epcot gets a hold of some, and it is delicious. We've had this before. I don't know if you tried it there, Andrew, but it's good.
I haven't, but I know you mentioned it last episode,
Yeah.
I think, or 2 episodes ago, and it sounds good. It's on the list of things to get.
As well as other drinks. I like to have a nice apple cider during fall. I'm not much of an apple cider drinker, period, but when in Rome, when in fall, have a nice spiked apple cider.
That's a good fall drink right there.
I love
Yeah.
apple cider.
And I like to drink an apple cider or, any sort of fall pumpkin spice drink with some Hades nachos. This would be at Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe located in the Magic Kingdom. Now, usually they have this particular dish during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but since there is no party, they're going to be releasing this at Pecos Bill, and I'm excited to get that because we had it before and it's so good. It's black bean nacho chips with fiery buffalo chicken, just buffalo chicken breast with lettuce, tomato, sour cream salsa, and jalapeno. And I can't say it's
It is
enough.
spicy.
Oh yeah, it's spicy, but it's delicious.
Oh, I love spicy. That sounds good.
Andrew, do you have anything you want to talk about?
I do. Also at Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe are the cinnamon donuts,
Ooh.
which are served in a hitchhiking ghost novelty
Oh,
container.
that's so cool.
Which-
Love that.
And also, it's actually, I just saw on the news that they're going to be adding a couple of places, but the Madame Leota sipper,
Ooh.
which is a very cool kind of glass orb. It's in the shape of the
Crystal ball.
Yeah, crystal ball that is in the Haunted Mansion, and it looks delicious.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I like a food or beverage that comes with something you take home with you.
That's right. It's like a prize for drinking.
That's right.
Speaking of drinks, so this isn't really specific to a cocktail, but we have seen at a couple of the parks, Disney has been recently doing those glow cubes
Mhm.
that kind of serve as this light up kind of, I don't know, like disco flashing light that are in your cocktails. So for the fall season, for the Halloween season, they have developed a novelty poison apple glow cube. Goes in a number of drinks. Two particular drinks that it goes into are at Disney Animal Kingdom, where there is a spooky apple punch, one of which is non-alcoholic, and one which is alcoholic, and the alcoholic one is called a rotten apple punch, and it has Angry Orchard and Fireball cinnamon whiskey in it.
Oh, that's right.
With this novelty poison apple glow cube, which is red at Animal Kingdom, but at Hollywood Studios they have a purple one that goes with their frozen apple cider, Jeff. Which when in Rome, you can get an apple cider.
I like that.
Which is the non-alcoholic version, or you can get the alcoholic version of the frozen apple cider, which comes with Crown Royal Regal apple.
Ooh,
I like that.
That is good. I've had that before.
Obviously, I love merchandise. I love something novelty. I'm definitely going to be getting during this fall season from one of these parks that novelty cube.
We got to collect them all.
That's right. It sounds like a challenge.
Accepted.
Hey, Andrew, there's one more thing that I like to talk about, and that's
Okay, go on, Jeff.
that is the Green Cauldron popcorn bucket. Yeah,
Ooh.
there's nothing special about the popcorn. It's just regular popcorn. But during the time, you could buy a popcorn bucket, Halloween themed, which is a Green Cauldron that actually lights up, and it kind of looks like it bubbles too. And you store your popcorn in there. And the best thing is you can repurpose it and put candy in it.
Oh, that's really cool. That sounds like a great thing to
I
get.
have it, and it's very happy with it.
Andrew, I'm surprised that this is not on your list of items to try. The pumpkin spiced Mickey waffle sundae, because you love crepes and ice cream. And I realize waffles are not crepes, but you sweet with ice cream. It's very...
I do indeed. I love all those things put together, and it looks like an amazing thing that I need to try.
Can't wait to hear your review.
Yeah, we look forward to the next podcast.
We're going to dedicate an episode to that. It actually looks amazing.
Do you like pumpkin spice?
I do. Who doesn't? I mean, it gets a little overboard, but yeah, pumpkin spice is quite a tasty flavor.
So you're on the PSL team, the
Oh,
pumpkin spice latte team?
I want PSL everywhere. I love PSL.
Wow.
Put it in my water. Anybody want anything else anybody wants to cover?
We look forward to the snacks the most.
That's right. They have great snacks and drinks, consumables during the fall, and it's good stuff.
Well, thanks for being on the show there, Annie.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. It was wonderful to have you, Annie. You guys, you kids have a good night.
Thank you.
And for all of our listeners, again, make sure to rate us and subscribe to us and send us comments. Send us in on our Instagram or on our Facebook page at Mouse Pals Podcast, and let us know what you think. What are the things you look forward to during the fall at Disney World?
That's right.
You all have a good week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.